Okay, so this is the next video tutorial in continuous series, that is the service class, that is the shop service. And in the shop service we have to get products method, through which we can just retrieve all the products and based on the query string values. And the query strings are the categories like types and sorting, searching. So each query string parameter you can add in the params, that is the HTTP params. So here we have a params, that is params dot append categories. So params dot categories dot join comma separated list. So params dot types dot length is greater than 0. So params equals to params dot append types. Okay, so here we have a params equals to params dot append, and the next params is the shop params dot sort. So params equals to params dot append short, and shop params dot sort. So the next params is the search params. So params is params dot append, that is the search param. So shop params dot search. Okay, so here we have a params for the paging purpose. So you can add the params with the help of the paging. So params is param dot append, and in the short case we have a name. The default is the name. According to their name, the sorting is default. So the params is contain the page size and the page index. Okay, so here we have a written this dot http dot get pagination. So after the result actually contain the pagination class. So pagination have the product. So this dot http dot get pagination of the product. This dot base URL plus products of that params. So the get product is ready to go. Now you can add the get product by their ID property. So get product by ID. So first of all, to check So first of all, to check uh, if it is id is there, otherwise you can return directly, return this dot http dot get product, and you can just call the url. So this dot base url with the product id. So base url is contain the api, and then after products and slash id. Now the next one is to add get brands, or instead of brands you can just call get categories. So first of all, to check the categories length, so just rename that with the categories. And first of all, to check the length of the categories, that is greater than 0. So this dot categories dot length is greater than 0, then return it. So return this dot http dot get string type of array, and here you can just go for this dot base url of the products. So products of their categories dot subscribe, and in the next method you can just go for the signal r. And also instead of signal r, you just add the categories array that is defined in the top of the page. So response, you can add the response in the categories array. So this dot category equals to response. Now the next topic is to get types, and this dot types dot length is greater than 0, then you return the types instead of the brands and the categories. Now the next service I want to create it, that is account service, where user login and register and the logout. So the base URL is environment.api URL, and you can inject the HTTP client. So inject your HTTP client first. Then after to go the next, that is the private signal R service. So we will just we will go for the letter. I will explain the signal R is what. Then after I will add a signal R here. So I just skip this part first, the signal R service. So comment that part, and after that I will explain the signal R first. Then I'll create it here. Now the next part is current user, and based on the signals, check the current state of the user. Current user is signal null, and also check the is admin if the user is admin. So the computed signal used it here. So computed first. Now the next one is to add, that is the computed signal, to check the roles of the user. This dot current user, and check the states of the current user. This dot current user dot roles, because it's a type of the role, because current user are the types of the user where we have an role. So if the role is found, then you can say just return the array. So array dot is array roles of roles dot include is admin, to check the states inside your role, that is admin exist. And include admin colon roles is triple equals to admin, that is strictly equals, to check the admin role here. Now after that, you can just design a login functionality here. Values is types of any. Now the no like params is new http params. Params is params dot append use cookies during the login, so that your session state will saved in your browser cookies. Now this dot http dot post user, so this dot base URL login, and values with their params. And also you can use the pipe transformations here with the tab. Also we'll do it later because it's a part of the signal R. So during the login, we just add a signal R connection here. Now the next part is to register service, and that is the values, and values of type any written this dot http dot post . this dot base URL account and the register. Also get the user information. So get user information. Return this dot http dot get the user's information I want to get. So this dot base URL plus account slash user info. So you get the user information. Okay. So see you in the next video. I will connect with the next video where we will design the next service methods. Okay. Related to the cart, related to the orders, etc. So that I will check it and I will add the HTML part in after that the service so that we can consume it easily. Thank you very much for watching this video.